So I'm Mike Stratten, University of Minnesota SNAP Ed Health and Wellness Coordinator. I'm here to talk about men's health, preventative care, and sort of, push this campaign that we need to really take care of ourselves and be healthy men in the community. A health experience that I can share, man, is about my dad, who in 2023 was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And in 2024, he passed from pancreatic cancer, and it really motivated me to be more serious about my health. It really took a toll on myself, my family, just the whole cancer thing, to watch him go through what he went through, the transformation from being healthy and having his weight, and then, seeing him just sort of go through that process of the chemo and all of that, right? When I was in my 20s, I was doing things that, probably wasn't the most healthiest mentally or, physically. So what triggered me from my father passing was me looking more into my health as preventative care, not necessarily just eating healthy and all that, but actually going to the doctor and getting your blood work done and checking your A1C levels and your blood pressure and things like that. Traditionally, the dominant narrative is that men don't usually go to the hospital or to the doctor. We feel a pain, we feel, a sickness of some sort, and we, sort of maybe even gaslight ourselves to feeling like, oh, I'm all right, I'll be, and we push through. But, it's important because those pains can add up, and then finally you find yourself in the emergency room trying to figure out what happened. So I wish that I could have been more in tune with my dad as far as helping him make a plan. Communication is key, man, when it comes to health and family, because if you don't know, you don't know. And I know my old man, he wasn't the type to hurt his hand or hurt something and be like, oh, I gotta go to the ER. He was a tough mountain man type of guy. He wasn't, In hindsight, I think that he sort of knew something was happening with his body. Maybe not exactly pancreatic cancer, but I think he knew. And I wish he may have, or if I was around and I could have, seen more, I probably could have encouraged him to maybe go get checked out years ago about an issue. If I'm having an issue, I go to the hospital. I'm not wasting no time. I want to go make sure everything is cool. Let's acknowledge men's health, right? One of the narratives is that there's not a lot of resources for men, right? So how do we access these resources, or why aren't we accessing the resources that are available to us, right? Maybe we don't know. So that's one thing. I think that we absolutely have to have access to healthcare, right? So that we can go to the doctor and be comfortable and have insurance and different things like that and get all that taken care of. Eating whole foods, whole vegetables. I really do a lot of work with urban gardening. We need to be promoting gardening your own vegetables and your own fruit so you can have that medicine, so to speak, at your disposal at home. It's the whole preventative care, right? Getting in front of the chronic diseases that we are facing. How do we create that and spread that and create this culture, right? It's basically creating a culture amongst men of health and wellness, and inevitably it creates stronger families, stronger communities, and a stronger nation.